It's FIDE Master Johnny Curtis, and we're here with Chess School. We're opening up with the Ride of the Valkyries, featured in Francis Ford Coppola's Apocalypse Now film. The helicopters are coming in to the beach, and the guy says, "I love the smoke, the smell of gun smoke in the morning." Anyway, we're going to have some gun smoke in this game today, and I'm going to feature the Najdorf. My opponent plays the Najdorf, and I absolutely destroy it. I'm going to show you how I played at a rating performance of 3,000, and I'm going to show you how you can do it too. So this is your Chess School episode, how to smash a Najdorf. Mikhail Tal style. Here we go. So we'll get into that. We'll calm down the music here. We'll calm down the music. And we'll cut off the old Ride of the Valkyries. And we'll get into the game. Okay. So as you can see, I'm playing Flaoli. He's rated 2,203. This game was only played about 5 minutes ago. There we go. I played this game 5 minutes ago. I did the chess.com review on the chess.com analysis room after the game, and I thought this would be an excellent game to show my lovely subscribers on YouTube how to play chess, right? So I'm here to coach you, getting all this free coaching. It's unbelievable. So just when you watch the video, make sure that you thumbs up the video, and if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to the channel, and you'll get more notification of any more videos. And have a look at some of those old videos. You can see my games against Magnus Carlsen and against Hans Niemann, against Grandmaster Chessbra, Eric Hansen, and others. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you this game, because I think it's a very instructive game on how to play chess, okay? Well, I played e4, just a standard move, e4, developing my bishop, right? We're in chess school, developing the queen, okay? But this lesson here is suitable for players up to 2,000, okay? So you might be 1,000 rated or 800 rated, and you want to learn about chess. Well, we'll teach you the basics. c5 was played, and as you can see, it's a book move, and it controls the d4 square with the c pawn, and this is the Sicilian defense open Najdorf variation. I played knight to f3, just developing a knight. It's on the king side. We only now have to move our bishop, and we're prepared to castle, okay? Right, so we play this knight to f3. Opponent plays d6, the standard book move. Opens up the light squared bishop, right, okay. And it stops white playing the move pawn to e5. It's too premature. d4 was played. Now we just, it's a book move. It's just to, pawns protected by the knight and the queen. And when we push this pawn up twice, we do open the diagonal of this black squared bishop, right? It's black squared bishop. Okay, he takes the pawn and the knight recaptures. You can recapture with the queen, but that's a different game altogether. But knight takes pawn is the main line. And it's a book move, as you can see. A little book is next to the piece. Excuse my yawning. Black plays knight to f6, develops a piece, a good, excellent move. It's the theory. Attacks the pawn and develops the piece at the same time. So if you can develop a piece and attack something at the same time, that's a good thing, right? I played knight c3, developing a piece, protecting the pawn in the centre, and it's a view to the square d5. My opponent played this move a6. It's here, in this position. I played bishop to g5, which is a book move. The idea is to take the knight and double the pawns. And e6 is played. This prevents the original threat and develops the pawn on e6, stops the knight going into d5. The pawn could take it, obviously. And now f4. This is a theoretical move because you've got to ask yourself, how do you proceed from here? Well, I can tell you this much. In the old days, the old masters would play queen to f3, right? They would play that. But Mikhail Tal and others, they thought f4 is better because the queen's more effective behind the pawn. And as Bobby Fischer knew, this pawn here on f4 could go to f5 in a lot of variations and try to disturb this little setup protecting the king's arena. Okay, bishop e7 was played. Book move, solid as a rock. He's preparing to castle. So I played bishop c4. It's a question mark. It's a mistake according to the chess.com engine. It said you allow the opponent to eventually win a pawn. Yeah, well, he can win a pawn. Okay. Correct move is, in this position, the correct move is queen to f3. And Tal played that move in Portoroz in 1968. It's one of the things I remember. I've got that locked in here, this position. I've played it so many times. Yeah, I've actually played this opening. So I'm speaking from a position of knowledge here. I've played this opening 5,619 times on chess.com as white with a winning rate of 55%. There you go. So I won 55% of 5,619 games. So I might know a little bit about the opening. Haven't played it 5,619 games. Did I say 5,619 games? Well, I have, just with this one opening. That's just on chess.com. Bishop c4. I played this move, which was erroneous. I'll tell you why I played it. I played bishop c4 with the idea of f5, so I can attack this square here. Okay. He played queen c7. It's not fast enough, right? It's not fast enough. This move is a threatening move, but you have to play accurately to refute the slight inaccuracy by white. And it is only a slight inaccuracy. So he played b5 is the correct move. Pawn hits bishop and the bishop returns. Okay. Queen c7 was played, and now he's threatening the bishop. Yes, he puts his queen on a slightly better square, but it's an inaccuracy. I played bishop to b3, and now I'm still threatening this idea of f5 to dislodge and upset this pawn structure. He played knight c3. Now, in this position, the correct move is pawn to f5, I believe. I believe that's the correct move. However, we played differently. We actually played knight takes knight, which is not the best. Engine says it's an excellent move. You trade off equal material. But it does say that f5, where the arrow is the best move. So I probably played this second best move. He took with a pawn, and now he's got sort of a threatening idea of d5. Well, I played queen to f3, and it's similar to the position I told you earlier in the opening, where Mikhail Tal used to get this position in castle. So I thought it must be the best idea. It also, when you play queen to f3, you can also threaten this pawn to f5 move and try to disrupt the pawns. anyway, he played bishop to b7. Apparently that's the best move. So I played pawn there. I should castle. According to the engine, castles is best. F5, which I played to disrupt this diagonal, I played it because I didn't want him playing this d5 move. I did not like that. So I wanted to disrupt his white squares. And he played e5. He should take the pawn. You see, it's little differences like this, the little accuracies that make the difference between winning and losing in chess. And from here on end, I play like a super grandmaster. I do. Watch this. So now that he's played pawn there, see how I control this square with all my little pieces? I can't put anything in there. But the one thing I do note about this position is if I can take this knight and push the pawns down here and disturb that bishop, that would be a good plan. So I castled first, put my king in safety, but not only does castling first put my king in safety, but it also bears another piece down on pawn here and stops this d5 move, okay? It only takes one bad move and you can fall apart. Black castle, question mark. He had to play h6. Do you know that in this position here, if Black played the position correctly, assessed the position correctly, Black would realise that his king is safer in the middle of the board. That's right. The Black king in this position is safer in the middle of the board than what it would be should he castle. And the reason for that is, again, the threat of pushing these pawns. So he does castle. And now we play bishop takes knight. It's a star move, best move. The engine loves this move. He takes back with a bishop. Now, here, in this position, we've achieved all our goals. We've suppressed this move. He can't quite push the pawn because he'll just lose it and we'll just start smashing him in the middle. So we've got to come up with a good idea. We know that he can try to push the pawn here and here, but we might have time to just take that off and slip back with the bishop. So this is all about timing. So I decided I'd play this move, h4. And you think, oh, what does that do? If you push the pawn here and here, it does nothing. Well, it's got nothing to do with that. The reason why you push the pawn here is because when you push this pawn, you want to be able to play pawn here and have this pawn protected when it gets to the g5 square, so it's attacking the bishop and railroading the Black king. We'll show you. This guy is 2,203, Flaoli from Brazil. Okay. He played queen to e7, and it's not a bad idea. The engine says it's a fine move. And now his idea is to take this pawn off, right, if he has to, right? Anyway, I played queen to h3. Engine says that's a good move. It's actually plus 1.98, but the engine says the best move was king to b1. And I always mention, for you chess students out there, I mention that Ben Feingold says, when you castle queenside, always play king to b1, right? Remember that. It's a good little thing, you know, like when you castle queenside, it's amazing how often king to b1 is the best follow-up move. Okay, so he played rook on the f file to d8. It's a double-purpose move, but he wants to get some protection for his king. Apparently, the best move is king to h8. Anyway, I played g4, and now I'm threatening to push a pawn. Threatening to push a pawn and trap a bishop. It's a powerful move. Can you see how fast my attack has come? I've gone into two different stages. One, I've just tempered the centre and sort of controlled it so that he hasn't got a breakthrough move. And now I'm trying to break through on the king side, and this is all about timing. It says, I'm threatening to win a bishop by trapping a piece. Well, he played h6. Now, if I push the pawn, he can take it off. He can. Because if I take back, right, so if I push the pawn now, he can take the pawn off, and then if I take, he'll take back with check, and he's got time to stop this big checkmate down here by playing bishop to h6. So we play king to b1. Why do we play king to b1? Not just because Grandmaster Ben Feingold told us to play king to b1 when we castle queenside, but also because it is the best move. It's a star move, as you can see. It's the best move. Have a look at the evaluation bar on the side of the board. White is winning completely. Black has no attack whatsoever. And white is threatening pawn here. And if pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, it's checkmate down here because they've got the castle on the line. Okay, he played a5. Finally, he tries to decide to attack my queen side. He's trying to got this idea, if I play a bad move, he might be able to push a pawn on the bishop and try to get some sort of weird play, but it doesn't happen. I push the pawn on the bishop. Now the bishop is trapped. Why is the bishop trapped? Well, he's better off not to take the pawn actually, but he does, he takes the pawn. And I just take back. Well, now I'm threatening, in this position, I'm threatening pawn here, and his king would be totally smashed. So what does he do in this position? Well, he takes the pawn. And so he wants to try to set up a protection. He thinks he can hide in this position with his queen. So what move would you play in this position? I'll give you a few seconds, right? We'll give you a few seconds to think about it. What move would you play in this position? Okay, well, if you were thinking that you would like to play rook here and attack the queen and put more pressure on the king, you are correct. So we played rook here. Engine says it's not the best move. Crazy Engine. I played rook there. Engine says that it's plus 6.59. It's an excellent move. This wins a queen, it says. It says rook on the H file to G1 is best. Right? Okay. Both moves win a queen. Anyway, he played this move, queen to F6. And now, have a look at this. It looks like the black king is protected. Okay, he's a piece down, but it looks like he's protected. But what move would you play in this position to continue your attack? Okay, take into account. I'll talk about later. I'm going to give you a chance to think for yourself. I'll be quiet for a few minutes. You can see the black queen's protecting the G pawn in front of the king. Well, when deciding what the best move is in this position, it's best to have a look at how all the pieces are coordinated and how well coordinated all the white pieces are, and what are their purposes. Well, we look at the pawns, they're doing a good job, but this is all about the pieces, isn't it? The heavy material. And we've got a queen, and if you said queen takes pawn, that's not a bad move, but that doesn't win a queen. Queen takes pawn, you just change queens and try to struggle on, as they do. But the rook can't go take the pawn with check because the king could just take it off. So that's not good. So have a look at the knight. The knight can't come in here. No, that's not coming into the position. What about this bishop? Well, this bishop is the key to the position. The bishop controls this diagonal, right? And it pins this pawn to the king. So this allows a very, very strong move, a very powerful move, the winning move. And the winning move is, congratulations if you found it, it's rook to g6 attacking the queen. And as you can see, the pawn can't take the castle. Okay? And now if the queen retreats, well, after queen takes pawn, it's going to be checkmate next move. Or virtually a checkmate next move. Well, actually, there's a forced checkmate there. If queen to e7, rook takes pawn check. Now, in this position, he lost on time here. He flagged. But after rook takes pawn check, you can't take the castle because of check here and checkmate, right? Okay. So, but you can try to run with your king, but it's not very good. We could actually play queen takes pawn. Okay, we could play queen takes pawn. And we could do a whole lot of other things. But we could also just simply play rook takes pawn check. Okay. Okay, so we could also play queen takes pawn. But that's a good move. It threatens discovered double check. Threatens discovered double check. And then if he runs away, well, he's going to lose his queen, isn't he, right? He's going to lose his queen. And there's a million ways to win the queen there, I imagine. But rook takes pawn wins the game. Rook takes pawn. And his queen's trapped. Queen takes rook. Takes check. King takes. And then the heavy pieces come in with queen check here. And if he goes here, well, the rook can come in with check. And if he goes there, well, we can just checkmate him here. Check here, king here. Check there, king here, and checkmate. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this game. I hope you found it instructive. I'll just show you what the chess engine says about the game when it's in the analysis mode. One sec. I'll move that over. Well, here we go. Chess engine says that I played at a rating performance of 3,000. There it is. And the chess.com AI coach said, you really outplayed your opponent in that one. The opening was balanced. You overpowered your opponent in the middle game. There was no end game, was there? It was just pure middle game. And it was a bit of a tour de force. I hope you enjoyed that game. Don't forget that to follow my channel and to thumbs up the video. Okay? If you like it, you can make comments in the video. And I'll catch you on Twitch TV, where I stream also under the banner FM John Curtis Chess. And the schedule is there on Twitch TV if you want to watch me. Join in, join the chat, come in, play a few games with me. I play lots of players, including followers and subscribers as well. So I play games against everybody. I take on everybody. And we try to coach you and improve your game. We have a bit of fun. And we do one thing on our channel. We respect each other. Very important for chess players to respect each other and respect the game. Okay, it's goodbye from John Curtis in Australia. It's goodbye from my good friend and yours, strongest chess player in the world. Yes, it's Grandmaster Teddy. Goodbye now.